welcome back to the Alexandrian Codex. Sorry about the short episode last time. Thank you, Cora, for calling and figuring out what was going on because my name's not on the billing account. Alright, this is a lot less stressful now. So, I don't remember what I was talking about, even though it's only been like an hour and a half. It's been a while. We were moving up here. I was moving survey ships up here so that we can blow shit up and survey at the same time. We're integrating the Ferengi. I think I was just building stuff and padding out time. That seems feasible. That seems believable. Something I'd do. Okay. Oh god. Cher, you betrayed me. It's been a fun weekend. So I live in an area in Fremont that has a summer solstice parade. Area in Fremont. Fremont is an area in Seattle that has a summer solstice parade. So for one day this weekend, there were thousands and thousands of people walking around my relatively tiny neighborhood enjoying a parade full of naked bike riders. Which is cool, but I was sick when it was happening, and that is not the best ambiance for when you're in bed feeling like you're dying. Is the distant sound of music and drunk people feeling like, yep, I wish I could be a part of that, but no. Oh, so this is inside of our god, these borders look awful. So this is inside of our borders, but it's just getting this tiny blue little hue right here. Don't love that. That's okay. Ba-ba-ba. So research is going fine. I think we need to double down on our research income somehow. If I had a more actionable plan than that, I'd say it, but our rate of tech advancement is a little slow for me. So let's upgrade all this garbage. I paused the game because we are full up on minerals, and I'd like to address that pretty quickly. Alright, 11,000, there we go. Nice, much better.
Construction complete.
Okie dokie artichoke. So do I want to move it across over here? It's Psi-16. It's not that important, and I don't think the Cytherian Enlightenment. Yeah, they're a Fallen Empire. They're probably not going to expand into this. That's probably safe. I can probably go this, but yeah, let's go for Ekman. Ekman. Minton's done. There's nothing else in here that I want. Menendez is good. Actually, Menendez can go get Fenton. Yeah, there you go. Hornsby is locked, sorted. Let's mine this so we can get tech and energy. You're sitting around not doing anything on purpose. Okay. How are the Ferengi doing? They're at 70%. We can't do medium or high intensity negotiation, so we'll just go low intensity negotiation, which I believe should increase by 10%. So if we can squeeze in another medium intensity, the Ferengi should be annexed pretty quickly. Should be nice. Madam, okay, we have one, well, actually it looks like two science ships idling over here. So let's send one of you to survey this. Well, no, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna need them. Because this should be very fast. I'm gonna get the first, second, and third fleet to jump in here, take care of this. The first and second fleet are destroyer fleets, whereas the third fleet is a battleship fleet. The third fleet is slower for some inexplicable reason. Probably just because we can't see sublight speed total as a value on here. I can't actually see how fast they should be, but this is saying 0.206 c, or c being the percent or speed of light, whereas these are 0.126 c, which is half as fast, but they end up going faster. So these are cool. This is useless. This is okay, I guess. Dark matter. Honestly, either of these would be a pretty big get for us. Increasing our engineering or physics output by 10% would be substantial. So I'm gonna go for this, even if it's more expensive. I'm not going for galactic policy because I'm fairly certain this doesn't go anywhere. I'm still tempted to, just out of curiosity. Let's go for galactic campaigns. It's cheap and easy. That sounds lewd. Alright. So we'll be done down here pretty quickly. There's a lot to do in here. There's a lot to do in here, but I still need to survey before I can expand.
Technology discovered.
There's improved assist research, which we're not using at all. Arguably I should be using it, but bipolar combat warp engines would be cool, but I still don't think this is going to be faster than our transwarp drive, because I don't think there's going to be anything faster than transwarp. Nutrient replicators is okay, not very exciting. This I want just because it might make us go faster, but I don't think it's going to be significant. So let's go for exographic targeting sensors. We'll get two things I won't use. That is okay. Star Trek New Horizons has a wealth of customization options when it comes to ships and fleets and how you design them. I just don't take advantage of them. Now, the game didn't give us an event about this, but the Enterprise is done. It's the NX-01 Enterprise, so it's very, very early on Enterprise. It's tiny and weak and pathetic. It's using emergency force fields and garbage tier 1, tier 2 stuff, but we have the Enterprise. And hopefully we'll be able to upgrade it soon. First and second fleet have engaged, and actually we've lost the destroyer. One at least has retreated. They're not invincible. Ah, because this just ignores shields. Dang. Yeah, a lot of our strength is in our shields, not in our armor or hold points. So, fair enough. Net 'em. Go survey that. Third, second, first. Go take care of that. This should be much easier. If we suffer losses, it's okay. If I have to consolidate the two destroyer fleets into one, that's great actually, because then I can get a heavy escort fleet, and I'm pretty interested in checking those out. Are you bored and looking for something to do? Yes, you are. You're gonna move there. Yeah, you can just chill here. So the boating system is cleared out. Not looking like anything colonizable is in here, so it's not a huge get, but it's something. Yeah, there's not a wealth of potentially colonizable planets left in the game. I mean, there's stuff in here, and I should really take that back, because if we can expand up this arm into here, there's probably plenty for us to do. The first phase of most Stellaris games is reaching out, exploring, and colonizing all available planets really quickly. And it's surprising just how drawn out that process becomes in New Horizons. And I mean drawn out in a good way. You're constantly pushing the frontier and exploring and colonizing, even hours into gameplay. Now, I could be going to war, but it just seems like a more efficient use of resources to go grab systems before other people do, thereby denying potential resources to competitors, and in the long run,
Enemy fleet.
benefiting us more than direct confrontation. Nope. So they're 24% efficient at damaging our shields. That's horrible. Ooh. Okay. That's rough, buddy. Yeah, this is wiped out. The battleship fleet is just too slow. We're not seeing it get in here at all. Yeah, it's just...
Complete.
They're big and tanky, and I'm very curious to see them in action. But I'm gonna have to time things a bit more carefully if I actually want to see that happen. So, one of you, not the Hornsby one, the Carmack one, you are bored. Why don't you come check this out? Now, honestly, any one of these fleets is probably enough to clear these out, but having all three is cool. So, end of the Enterprise. Our few ships in the fleet is distinguished a record as the Enterprise. Yeah, we've had it for 2 months. However, years of service have taken their toll on the vessel. The Admiralty now believes it's time to retire the Enterprise to allow a new ship to be built to carry the name forward. Alternatively, it would take a substantial investment in resources to keep it space-worthy. Retire it or maintain it? Let's retire it.
Construction complete.
It's maintaining it. Where are you going? To the Mofrid system. You're decommissioning here? Why? Is this related to lore that I don't know? It might be. Sure, yeah, you knock yourself out, Enterprise. You do you.
Initiating communications.
Hello? No, not interested in that. Here's another
Establishing colony.
AK. Upgrade this. I love that. I love the shipyard capacity here. 9 ships at once is just amazing. Now, I think this last facility you unlock through a tech, or is it a civic? God, I cannot remember. Is this our first non-human prime minister? I think it might be. He's 106. Damn! We're an old Tellarite. I'm really surprised that our human population's as large as it is, given that I quit colonizing planets with humans a while ago.
Technology discovered.
Still, I guess because it's a large population and they can emigrate to other planets, it'll grow pretty quickly. Galactic Campaigns is done, so we can go Intergalactic Health Organization or Interstellar Trade Association. I guess Trade Association? Yeah. Go for cheap tech so we can knock more out. As the dream. A very interesting thing to me about this mod is the balance decision to only allow science buildings to be built on tiles with that kind of science on it. You can't just make a science planet. It's a very interesting design choice. I kind of like it because it really controls how much or how little tech output you can have, so that you can't just kind of cheese the game by picking a planet, popping down all the science buildings ever on it and just dedicating it to that and stacking bonuses on bonuses. But on the other hand, it seems odd to me because I can't, beyond a certain limit, fully dedicate a planet to the sciences. I can get bonuses, which are nice, but outside of that, there's a real upper limit to how much you can research. Which is probably done for pacing reasons, right? You don't want some tiny power or even a large power spiraling way ahead of time technologically and outpacing everyone around them, because it doesn't fit the canon, doesn't fit the setting so well. One of the weird and kind of wonderful things about Star Trek that makes it work is more or less all of the galactic powers within a certain tolerance level have technological parity, right? The Klingons and the Vulcans and the humans and the Romulans and the Dominion all have more or less the same tech level. The Borg are the only one who are like more technologically advanced, and hell, the Federation are more advanced than like the Cardassians, for example, but more or less there's an equal playing field. There's not like people utilizing all transwarp drives like we are next to people using like warp 5 engines like our neighbors probably are. And even though the game designers, I say game designers, well, they're game designers, the mod team had made an explicit and pretty clear effort to try to remove tech competition from the game as being such a huge thing as it is in vanilla Stellaris, it's still really heavily baked into the game. It's hard to get around. It might also be a case of the AI not well optimizing their technology. So I want them all to arrive at the same time, but I can't do... I'm an idiot. I can't do that. So what we do is we click the third fleet, we go, you attack that, you attack that, you attack that. Then I go here to the first and second fleets, and what I tell them to do is follow the third fleet. So now they'll follow the third fleet, and once it gets in combat, they too will jump in combat. But this will be the first thing in. They won't outpace it. I should have thought of that. So let's wrap up the discovery tree with getting Planetary Survey Core. This gives us research points equal to 1/10 of our monthly gain when surveying planets, which is huge because we have a lot left to survey. Really, this is something I like rushing very early on when I'm playing vanilla Stellaris. And what do we grab? Well, World Shaper's interesting. Reduces terraforming costs, but we have so much energy that terraforming costs isn't a huge concern right now. Mark 25 warp sensor range increase, that's boring. Naval capacity increase is cool, but we already have a pretty big fleet. Fleet command limit is tempting, honestly, just so we can have even a larger fleets. Diplomatic Corps, I was talking about being good, is people liking us more, means that they'll join our federations more willingly, and they'll offer to be our protectorates more quickly. Eternal Vigilance is nice, but hopefully will never get used. Starbase capacity. Alright, this doesn't seem like much, but consider that each starbase produces 5 of each science, which, you know, we're talking 25 science total, and, you know, a lot more in Unity output. So this is a way to, in a small way, boost our science outpost. This gives defense platforms, which we're not using. This gives an additional starbase building. Okay, this is how you do it. But I'm not feeling like I'm missing much in this last slot. Like, I could build something else to give us prosperity or unity, but I'm already doing the thing that gives us more science, which is really the thing I'm feeling pressured on. Galactic Contender, mind over matter, unity output is cool, but we're already doing great on that. One Vision, now this is interesting. This is potentially attractive because it would give us a higher influence income. Now, our influence is already doing pretty good, but it could be doing better, so One Vision is attractive for that reason. Core sector systems going up by 5 gives me more direct control and takes more autonomy away from our awful sectors. But we're already micromanaging our sectors pretty strictly. Subject integration influence costs. This would be amazing if this affected the United Federation of Planets integration cost, but I'm fairly sure that this is the only thing that does that. Transcendent learning, leader level cap and Empire leader capacity going up. So the leader level cap is cool because if we compare your level 4. Okay, at level 4 they get a 8% bonus to research speed. Not huge, but noticeable. If they are level 3, 6%. So that is a total increase of a potential 4%. Pretty big. But, you know, not amazing. So we're looking at a bunch of potential gains, but nothing hugely substantial. I think I'm going to go for Grasp the Void, just for more overall science output. I know the influence will be useful, but more star bases, yeah, let's do that. It's only 5, and when you already have 37, 5 more doesn't seem that significant, but it might be, you never know. Now, these are 65% habitability rate. I don't think there are any more colonizable planets in here. I may be wrong, but I'm not. I am not wrong. So we can go ahead and colonize these, put some star bases down there. Let's take a look at our expansion planner. I want minimum of 60%. I want it to be colonizable. Okay, Frisch 3 is... What's with Boosie 2? Why is Boosie 2 not colonizable? What's your deal? Okay. You look pretty colonizable. What's 65% here? Zeppelites. Zeppelites. We just made... Nope, those are Nausicaans. Ah, I got them. I'm gonna go ahead and colonize these. Just because it's here, and I guess I should. Ooh, okay. So there's gonna be plenty of food output on this planet, even with just these two. So I'm gonna put it here. This way it'll benefit these 4 tiles all around it. There we go, Boosie Prime. And Frisch. This is tiny. Oof. Okay, colonize. I guess same planet, right? Give me Zeppelites. At least I know they're... Wait. Zeppelites 65%. But also Ferengi 65%. We're about to integrate the Ferengi, Bolian, and Ferengi. Huh. I'm not gonna... Well, maybe I will. Let's take a look at our... Take a look at our species. So Zeppelite are tiny. They need more planets. The Antosians, Malkorians, Trill are pretty down there. Benzonites aren't doing that hot either. But the Zeppelite really need... really need a hand here. So when we go into the expansion planner, we talk about Frisch 3. We will find me... I guess same planet, right? I know there's Zeppelites here. Here's good. Here's fine. Yeah, let's pop it down here. So let's make these 2 into star bases. This will be 38, 39. So we still have 40, 41, and 42 to pop down. It doesn't look like anything will be colonizable in here. Expansion planner, when I talked about is colonizable. Mather 4, we already have something on the way. These are not inside of our borders. Really, no potential planets. Mather, right. Am I upgrading this? I'm not. Alright, well, that'll be 40. So 41 and 42, we have 2 left. How are our borders looking? Omicron Beta, you have a pelagic planet there. Pelagic planet there, but it's not looking that hot. I'm really not seeing all that many empty systems without good colonies. So, or good stations. Dewa, how big is this? Not very. But this is right on the border of our space. We don't have a huge presence out here. We have a limited presence over here. Why don't we get Dewa upgraded, Good. Okay, this is already upgraded. Down here, how we doing? Now, Tulun, I've steered away from upgrading because we have Troyes here, and if they hit space age, I think they annex everything in this system. On the other hand, this is our furthest south system, and it is adjacent to the Sona, who we have anyway. Yeah, but let's do Talon. Why not? That should be up to 42. That'll do. That'll do. Alright, Omicron Theta's locked away. You can move up to Delp, I suppose. We have a lot of ships just sitting around idling.
Establishing colony.
So once we get these, and maybe this will be the Shiliak corporate will be locked away. They might be able to expand in here, but it doesn't look like much of anyone's doing that. Bringing in the Ferengi will be nice. They have a few colonies we'll have to remanage, but it's okay. And the scheme of things, Jesus Christ, the battleships are so slow. I may scrap the battleship fleet. Like, they're cool, but they are so slow. Okay. Starbase influence cost. Nope, we're definitely doing that. This won't make a huge difference as we're kind of hitting the end of our Starbase expansion phase, but it's still cool. Bodine 7A. The toxic and lifeless world appears to have once been inhabited by a moderately advanced pre-space civilization. The ruins of their cities are still strewn across the surface. Okay, well, research that. Is it really? No, it's a Venusian class world. Not looking like it. Who's assigned to this? Jonathan Esteban. No. Okay, well, some ship is assigned to do that. Esteban, what are you...
Survey complete.
Jonathan Esteban, how far away are you? Oh, you're in the next system over. Weird, but whatever. Yeah, no, I'll go with it. That's fine. Go ahead and upgrade this. Having all these upgraded starbases, it's not doing all that much for us. Really what I want are like the first few slots, but it is helping our energy income somewhat. So starports are very interesting. We're not going to use them, but I like the idea of starports. I just don't think that they're good enough. With an upkeep of 20, they need to offer something pretty substantial, and what they can offer is more influence, which is useful. Minerals, which no, and energy, which no. You set what your income is through. Do we not have it? Import policy, yeah. So you can import minerals, which is garbage, food, garbage, high-tech goods. Actually, you know, I may take it back. Research output is something I've been complaining about not being able to boost in any other way. Let's switch over to this. I don't think starports will be worthwhile, but I'll take a look at them. Promenade? Huh. This seems like it would match well with what we've already been doing. Main battle bridge. Bonuses to our battleships. Yeah, let's go for the promenade. Because if I have to rework all these, well, it won't be the end of the world, but it will be time consuming. Cool. Alright. We should just melt. Because we have battleships in here. Yeah. Looking at the actual ships themselves, it doesn't look that one-sided, but if you're looking here, it's a little one-sided. Okay, cool. Dope. I don't mind clearing these out without surveying them because no one else is going to slip in here and grab them from us. At least probably not. Not easily. If they do, I'll be impressed, and we need more. We need more competitive neighbors. Neighbors anyway, so that's okay. The Trabe Alliance, yeah, like I said when I was recording earlier before that unexpected break, yeah, they're dead. The Borg are going to eat them up. And we are getting much, much closer to the Borg. We might want to consider beefing up our navy. Now, we're not going to kiss their borders quickly, but by the time we do, both they and us will be in very bloated positions. And I sort of dread the idea of a prolonged war, protracted, that's a better word, a protracted war against the Borg. It seems like, to me, it worries me that it might involve a lot of micromanagement. It may not. Maybe a lot less than I'm concerned. You never know. Alright, you're done here. Why don't you go to Beauregard right now? And then you're gonna come clear out Newcomer. What a great name. That's a fantastic name for a colony. Kind of weird to name a star Newcomer unless you're watching it form, then it's a good name. Not a bad name. Oh, I deselected it. Gosh darn it. You are leaving? No, you are leaving. No, you were. Third tries the charm. Only 3 things to click on. Got it wrong the first 2. There you go. So, the 1st and 2nd Fleet still have orders to move to the 3rd Fleet. Right? Yep, those orders stand. So it doesn't matter if I then tell the 3rd Fleet to go FSU. It will sort itself out. The Enterprise is continuing its funereal voyage. At least I assume that's what's going on here. I don't know why it decided to head off to the Murfid system. Said it had a special assignment. I'm guessing that's what's going on. Alright, all of this is looking fine. Frisch is getting sorted out. Here, you can go get Gastelum. Provided nobody grabs that before I do. Cool. Frisch is done, Boosie is done. So what do we got in Bollinger? Oh, just another 9.9 fleet of... They look dope. I'm fairly sure these are vanilla assets, right? Love that spark trail. Alright, Ferengi should be at 80%. Did I do low intensity last time? It was at 70, it went to 80, we do medium and it should finish, right? We'll see. Hopefully it finishes. I'd love to get the Ferengi properly in the Federation. Yeah, goddamn. I love and hate these because their weapons pierce our shields. And our shields, or at least they deal a lot of damage to shields. Yeah, that looks like it's the case. Ugh, brutal. That is actually quite brutal. Not at all a bad thing. It's sort of welcome having an unexpected challenge. On the other hand, it's a little sad to see our destroyers finally start to go. But this is a reminder that high dodge and high shields is not going to make a ship invincible. Even though it makes it very hard to kill, or annoying to kill, probably more accurately, it's still worth it to have a more balanced fleet. Runaway greenhouse effect. There's evidence that the current climate of Bodine 7A is the cause of a runaway greenhouse effect triggered by massive amounts of pollution. The oceans have boiled away, the moon is permanently enclosed in a dense cloud layer due to the thick atmosphere. Oh, the moon. Okay, because it is a moon. Otherwise it would say planet, yeah. Scattered ruins from the indigenous civilization can still be found on the surface, suggesting an overpopulated culture that perished in the mid to late stages of an industrial age. What a waste. Except they gave me science, so it's not that much of a waste. Didn't benefit them, but it sure benefited me.
Survey complete.
Hell yeah. Beetlejuice is done. I don't... It's way over here. Yeah, the center of the galaxy is really an interesting place, or the center of the Milky Way is a really weird place in a Star Trek game because I think in the lore, or at least the Alpha lore, i.e. the television shows, not much is known about the core and not much is talked about the core. You're at Prime. Well, something here can be upgraded, so let's take a look. Is this what I'm supposed to be managing? No? Well, I'll go ahead and pop in here anyway. Is this my job? No, well, I'll do it anyway. You have natural attraction. Natural attraction means that I should be able to build something else here, and I can't right now, so we'll come back to it later. Here can't make the zoo. We'll come back to it later. Plop that down. Give me more energy. Give me more energy. And that's good. Is it Grabber Prime? No. But Grabber Prime is done with what I was needing it to be done with, so I can plop down some interesting buildings. Give me more science. If you'd be so kind. Science. Science. And energy. This isn't science at all. Wow, really, not a single blank spot. So, okay, a trading center has an upkeep of 9 energy. That's a lot. And what it gives us is one of each science. Right now, I don't think it's worth building. It's noteworthy in that, like the Academy, you can build it anywhere. It doesn't need to be on a tile with that resource already on it. We'll talk about it later. Maybe if I'm feeling really short on science later on, we can come back to that, but I'm not feeling that desperate right now. Oh, this is what we finished. I'm gonna do this planet a favor in popping down some buildings, spending energy to clear out these tiles, and then I'll hand it off to the AI to manage. Who hopefully will not make me regret it too much. This is, I guess, the Serpentis system. Scroll, 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 scroll. Lambda Serpentis. Welcome, Dewa. Oh, we are so close to being able to clue in this system, but just not quite. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, unpause and let it go. $9.9K. Again, this should, if precedent stands, this should eat a destroyer or two off of the first fleet, which is kind of sad. I'm not sure why the first fleet is one getting hit. Its sublight speed is 20% higher, ship upkeep's reduced, weapons range should actually be keeping it safer. Second fleet has sublight speed bonus, ship upkeep, but no range. So yeah, the second fleet should, all things being equal, be the one getting hit harder. But we can see evidence that, see, this is down to 14 now. That is not at all the case. Hot damn. Ooh. Oh, arrested development. Okay, not a good trait. Not at all a good trait. So you're not going to get any better than you are now? It's a shame.
Initiating communications.
Who dis? Free minerals, hell yeah. I'm about that. What's with this? Why the unrest, though? What's your problem? Oh, it's angry Nausicaans. Right. And this even has martial law on it already. Can you give me... We already have planetary strike. Is this near anything? Kittimer Station? Maybe I should have upgraded Kittimer Station instead of some of the other ones, so I could get the... can I cancel this? I can. Frisch, I want. Boosie, I want. Mather, I kind of want. Yeah, Mather's up there. Mather's pretty important. Dewa, it's kind of important. Tulun, let's cancel Tulun. I have concerns about that anyway. Let's upgrade Kittimer Station. And the reason we're doing this is so I can go into Orbital Prison here to reduce unrest, get Colonial Bureau to get Governing Ethics Attraction up higher. In the meantime, what I want to do on Alcina itself, prototype technology, no. Art exhibit, no. Nope, none of those are doing the trick. What I want is for you to be happier. What's making you... God damn it. Alright, demolish the dilithium refinery. That'll make you slightly happier. The service dilithium harvester, still gonna keep that, but I'll work a tiny bit with you. I need something to make you happier. Bureau of Cultural Exchange makes you happier. How's your food output? 4 higher than it needs to be, and it's only gonna get better than that. Great. Let's just... I'm hopping in here to micromanage this because this seems like an accident waiting to happen. This will boost habitability by 10%. I don't think habitability is really the problem here. Faction happiness is, but still, that's nice. Alright, you know, I shouldn't be doing Heroic Landmark, but here I am putting down Heroic Landmark, and I mean, I'm here anyway, so let's put down an Interstellar Academy, and that's all the food slots on the planet switched out. Okay, fair. What else can we do? I want to look at happiness. Happiness? Bunker? No. Nope. 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 Local garrison will provide more defensive armies, which would help against a potential revolt, but, you know, let's hope that it doesn't come to that. Planetary shield generator, Orc field nullifier, police station. I mean, if I'm being real... Ooh, and it produces society output. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do one of these. I'm not proud of this, but you're rebel scum, and you must be managed properly. Not to get all totalitarian on you, but I'm gonna have to get totalitarian on you. Well, you know, a police station doesn't make it totalitarian, just more authoritarian than I like to get. Than I have liked to get. Shit. It's gone up one, hasn't it? 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. I didn't have to cancel the Tulun Starbase upgrade. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Meantime, let's go ahead and upgrade a couple more of these. Third Fleet is heading out to the Bender system. I'm really okay with running our fleets ragged here. It's a little sad and waste of resources, but it's better than just decommissioning them. Now the Enterprise is gone. It went and didn't give me an event, but it flew into Murfred Prime and then disappeared. So hopefully we'll get an event about rebuilding the Enterprise at some point. If not, hey, I'm happy we got the Enterprise event at all. Oh, the android, right. I forgot about Data. Data has diligently studied the material made available to him, and after many years, now holds the equivalent of a number of advanced degrees in a variety of fields. With keen aptitude for science, Data has asked to be allowed to join the fleet and represent the United Federation of Planets in its efforts to explore the galaxy. Refuses request. Allow Data to serve. No, fuck Data. Does Data become a leader?
Complete.
Judging how I have 15 out of 14, I think Data became... Ah, yeah, Data is an android, so Spark of Genius and Cataloger.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
What do I have selected? What's saying affirmative? Alright, weird. So he's a level 1. He's a Cataloger and Spark of Genius, so we should give him a science ship to do something with. Where do I have science to do? Oh, up in here, totally. Yeah, Keating Prime. Alright, just while I'm here, how much food are you outputting? Not as much as I thought you were. Never mind. Continue on as you were doing. Planetary dock. Make me a Franklin class ship. In 2 months, Data will have his own command, and he'll start being able to level up. This is actually a pretty good proof of concept fleet deployment to see what the field sustainability of our fleet is. Destroyers have been moderately to excessively successful in limited one-off engagements for us. But if we're finding out that we're losing destroyers, but we're not losing bigger ships because bigger ships have more durability, their shields recharge, their hull restores itself faster, then we might want to transition away from destroyers, even if I think they're cooler. And in one battle, they might be better. In the course of a war against a well-entrenched opponent, say the Borg, it might be better just to have large ships. Of course, I don't know what Borg ships are like, so that could actually be completely wrong. I'm just trying to do what I can. Now, we're not going to clear out this system. It not borders them. I will clear it out. Never mind. Never mind. Go deal with these aliens next.
Technology discovered.
What do we get? Promenades. Yeah, I was interested in promenades. Interesting, yeah. Stronghold? No. Exploit resources. This will let our leaders live longer. It's tempting. This will give us another core sector. Very tempting. This is better farm and agricultural center. Not so tempting. Leader recruitment costs reduced. Of these, I guess metaphasic particulates. This will let our leaders get better. As they get better, they research or lead more effectively. And if they're leading effectively, I want them to live longer so I don't have to replace them. Yeah, that checks out. Frisch is done. You can probably move on to Bowman? Beeman? Baman? Jaman? Move on there. Delp? Yeah, you'll be hanging out for a while. Minton? I got nothing for you, man.
Initiating
Nope.
communications.
Nope, bad trade. Corey? Oh, we have a construction ship down here, but I'm gonna delete it. It's not really doing me any favors. The one over in Hornsby, I could probably say the same. I'm gonna keep it. Fenton is building. Why don't we grab Cress? It seems unlikely to me that Cress will get... Wait a minute, stop. Nope, never mind. We need Burdette before we get Cress. Child Genius. Give me that sweet, sweet influence. The youth are our future. Alright, the Walter Raleigh.
Affirmative.
We led by Data. Do I want to manually assign these? I guess I do. I guess so, yeah. Just make sure they're getting done completely, fully, and adequately. Wow. I had... Whose hair is this? I had a long strand of hair caught my glove. It's too long to be mine. I think it's too long to be Cora's. Where has this glove been? This is mildly disturbing. Alright, dark matter and neutronium. Now, we might have access to this. I'm seeing dark matter right here, but it's not being exploited because we haven't built any mining facilities to exploit it. So we won't see the benefit from that immediately, but we're on the right path. I'm gonna go for gravity shear torpedoes. The wheat fighter sounds cool. Next stage photon torpedo sounds really good, but this is cheapest, and you know, who knows? There could be a tech luck behind it. That's really exciting. Minton. Yeah. Can you go do that? Hell yeah. You can't do that one yet. Yeah, okay. Anything in here you could build? How about down in Lux? Nope, not yet. I'm just looking for tiles that we can now exploit that we previously were unable to exploit. Is this not ours? Wait. Holy shit. This isn't ours. I just assumed that it was. Okay, well, there you go. There's a job. Oh, this is an overwhelming number of icons to dig through. Nothing in here, nothing in here, nothing metaphasic. Once we get metaphasic particulates, which we are researching, yeah, radical longevity treatments, unidentified minerals brought back to us for study have led us to believe that there are certain properties within deposits that can increase the lifespan of our people. Now that we know what to look for, we can easily spot them in planets we have or haven't discovered yet. There's a ton of those, so we will be getting a pretty decent amount of physics and that sweet leader lifespan extension to boot. Wow, there's really nothing in there, huh? Okay, well, go build there. These are the only two black holes that have dark matter that I'm seeing within our Federation. Ah, this is not colonized yet. Alright, well, we'll come back to that. This is not colonized yet. Come back to it later. Is this colonized? Yeah, hell yeah. Trade depots, orbital science center upgrade. Trade depot, orbital science center upgrade. Upgrade. Yeah, these will sort themselves out. And we do have some that have trade depots. Now I have been building orbital prisons. The Unity's nice. Tell me about promenades. Promenades cost 200, but increase the energy output by each of these by 3. Now trade depots have a 3.6, so it pretty much doubles our energy output. We're not needing that. Even with our full fleet, more or less full fleet out in force, we don't need it. So maybe I'll save promenades for when we get Starbase expansion. I'll just go pop down promenades all over the place. So, yeah, that makes sense. That way I can maintain unity of design, not have to go back and revise things, but I have a plan for integrating them in the future. Especially after we don't need Unity anymore, promenades will be really useful to have around just because there's something to pour our resources into that will be productive for us. So Mather Prime, size 24 world, pretty cool. We're not keeping it though, unfortunately. Well, we're keeping it, we're just not directly controlling it. Unfortunately, this is something probably best left to the AI, because it's just not quite large enough to justify controlling it myself. It's damn close. Nope. Don't need that. Basic bio. Basic physics. Ooh. Super solid ice. Spatially ordered material with superfluid properties. Superfluidity is a special quantum state of matter in which a substance flows with zero viscosity. We don't have... deep sea... Never mind. Deep core ice extractors are what that's for. Alright, Mather, you're getting thrown onto... whatever this is. Sevilla Prime? Sevilla. Sevilla. There we go. Mather is out of my hands.
Construction complete.
Who this? Who's done constructing what? That's fine. So, toxicity. There appears to be a deliberately crafted structure on the planet's surface of Newcomer 1 pointing toward a past long forgotten. It's another Venusian-class planet. Okay, you are researching your own planet this time. Good, good. Alien vessels, more... mining drones? That's what you're called, right? These are all destroyer class, too. This would be a pretty imposing fleet in vanilla Stellaris. It's pretty imposing now. The material composition of DSS-NY1K differs slightly from its neighbors. It likely has a different origin than other bodies in the asteroid belt and should be investigated more closely. You got it, boss. You got it. Can do. How's this war going? Not hot for the Trade Alliance. How's this war going? You still occupied? Jesus Christ. This is still going, huh? It's almost halfway over. And war exhaustion's only about 1% different. The attackers should win, so the Dominion should lose this, but slowly and barely at that. It is a credit to the Dominion. They are very, very, very good in ground combat. The Jem'Hadar are, at least. Of course, that assumes that the AI is building Jem'Hadar armies and not just Vorta armies, which they may not be doing. They may be mishandling their military pretty substantially. Asteroid fossils. Fossils from what appear to be several species of aquatic animals have been found on the barren and airless surface of DSS-NY1K. There are indications the surrounding asteroid belt was created from the remains of a shattered planet. These findings seem to confirm that theory. Judged by the fossils, the planet's reported life and was, at least partially, covered by water. That's done. Oop, we lost another destroyer. Still no capital ships left. Lost. Laughed. No capital ships lost yet. The fumes lie thick. The planet Newcomer 1 is a toxic wasteland. But our scans unveil that it's not always been so. A now extinct civilization seems to have destroyed its home planet by a heavy reliance on climate-altering fuels and toxins. On a remote hill close to a major city, we found a lone active facility, a robot assembly plant desolated and surrounded by military vehicles so deteriorated they break upon touch. The facility is alien and mysterious, but can provide us with ample study material. We get Fallen Robotic Society modifier, given some neat stuff. Where are we going to send you? Here, I suppose. Until we hit another war, or at least I say another, a war, clearing out all these hostile fleets is really the only action our fleet is going to get. And the only way any of our fleets will, or ships will accumulate experience and our leaders will get better. So although it's an arduous and costly process, I think ultimately it will prove to be worth it.
Construction complete.
Yeah, for a second there I was worried that this had a slow engine on it just because it wasn't moving super quickly. What is the brain using? Tier 4 stuff? Alright, well they're really not even all that far behind us. Now, this is a gamey thing, and maybe not even all that helpful, but our vassals, or at least our Federation member worlds, there we go, have less tech inflation costs than we do, so they may actually have more technologies. Nah, they have some technologies we don't have. And if we can glean any benefit from that, it's probably worth doing. Can we hop in here, sort by opinion of us, go to highest opinion. Alright, no, game. The Tellarites are next. How much? Yeah, they only have a few technologies that I don't have, but still, it's probably worth it. So Tellarites we're done with. We're just in a coalition with the Euridians and Kelpians, Vulcans, done with, Andorians, done with, Betazoids. What you got? How ahead or not are you? Barely any. So research agreements give a 25% research speed bonus to other technologies that other person has researched. This is only really giving a very small advantage on a very limited number of technologies that I'm probably choosing to not research for a reason, as either they're not relevant or not interesting to me. All the same, if we can get a reduction in the amount of time it takes to research technology I don't care about, that gives me more time to research technology I do care about. And this doesn't cost me anything. Having more powerful Federation member worlds means that their fleets will back us up in a war and actually be worthwhile, that they will be able to field armies in a war that are more worthwhile, etc., etc., etc. I think it's worth doing. I feel like it's worth doing, at least. And I know if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably noticing, my god, we've gone over an hour. Just let it happen. I'm a little apologetic about what happened earlier, and YouTube's gonna be getting a 30-minute video today on the 19th, or 20th? I don't remember my own schedule. This will make up for it a little bit. But Binaus sector, not Binars sector? Oh, Binaus is the name of their home planet. No, I guess that's right. Well, that's weird. Why is it the Binaus sector, but say the Vulcan, Andoria, Betazed, Trill? Oh no, I guess they are named after their homeworld. Never mind, I'm completely wrong. What up, Bajorans? What do you got for me? Not much, but something. Something better than nothing. Alright, cool. So I'm going to put in a cut here. I'm going to keep streaming for about 2 more hours, so get in 2 more episodes in tonight. But if you're watching on YouTube, this is it for today. Stop by again tomorrow. Until then, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, all that silly social engagement stuff. Until then, toodaloo, take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.